Hey everyone, I'm back. As I said as I said in community posts, that I messed up um, my main vlog that I was going to do about Christmas movies, and well, here we are again. So hopefully this time I do not mess up, because I was kind of satisfied with what I had to say, but then I was going, wait a minute, I left out Christmas Chronicles, Miracle on 34th Street, both versions, and the Grinch. Dr. Seuss's How the Grinch Stole Christmas. The original. I'm like, especially the Grinch. I mean, really? Alright, so let's get into it. Um, I'll start off with Christmas Chronicles. It's a newer one, and if you haven't seen it, I saw on Walmart you can watch both of them. Or you can buy the DVDs of both of them, but I wonder the credibility of it because it's a Netflix movie. So, I mean, maybe they did release it to DVD, but I'm not 100% sure. So, that's an option if you don't have Netflix. But if you have Netflix, please watch the first Christmas Chronicles movie. So anyway, the messages in that were about their father had just died. He was a firefighter, and so they were very bitter. Their family was broken pretty much, as you can see at the very beginning. But through an adventure of capturing Santa Claus on video, delivering gifts, that's how the brother and sister bonded. And they became close, and they started realizing, that the paths that they're taking could lead to a lot more poor decisions. But the one scene, they're right in front of a church locating Santa's bag of toys, and they had said, this is Dad's favorite song that this choir was singing that they could hear from outside, and then they said they hadn't been to church since he passed. So, I mean, right there's like a little message that, the Pierce family once went to church. That was part of their um, what their family did and stuff like that. So seeds were planted. Maybe they believed in God, maybe they didn't. We don't know, but I mean, at least they went to church. And so that was kind of the moment in that movie where they are starting to figure out, that maybe they need to start straightening up, become better people. And then even at the end of the movie, how Santa says, I'm Santa Claus, I can do anything. And here they had to do all these different missions for him. So really, that was all, a lot of it, some of it just was based on faith, putting your, you know, just putting a lot of faith in everything, faith in God or faith in this is going to work out. And so that's a pretty good message. And so next is Miracle on 34th Street. Both versions had some lines talking about God, and of course in the original 47, I think it was. I know it's 40s. Another one of those Christmas 40s movies that I was like, I didn't really like it. I think it dragged. It was a little slow moving, but it definitely had some religious dialogue. But the remake is my most favorite one with Richard Attenborough as Santa Claus. It's just, oh wow. But again, it's the whole believing part, and with that one, one of the parts I thought was so powerful. It always gives me cold chills when I see it. Is when Susan comes in. I think that's her name. It's been a while since I've seen the movies. She comes in with a Christmas card and gives to Mr. Bedford. He opens it up, and there's a dollar bill, and it says, "In God We Trust," circled. And he gives it to the judge. So all the while, Santa's on trial, and they're trying to prove that he's really Santa Claus and that he's not insane. So there's a lot of, and there's even, I can't remember, but there's a couple of different parts where they're talking about God. We don't see him, but we believe him. And so basically, that "In God We Trust" was the decisive moment of the movie. And since I'm a big fan of the original might have played out that way too, but I remember more in my head from the remake in 1994. So finally, we talk about the Grinch, how the Grinch stole Christmas from the 1960s. This one is by far my most favorite one. I didn't like the other remake with Jim Carrey at all. Well, I actually had to finish this in my room. Batteries died as I was doing that out there in front of the tree. But go figure, right before the tree gets taken down, that unfortunately some more bad luck happens, but it is what it is. So anyway, back to what I was saying is about how the Grinch stole Christmas. That one, it's only, 15 minutes long, and it just goes to show basically the story with the Grinch and his small little heart and how he was so mean and nasty. That's how people are without Christ in their life. Not everyone. I mean, I've met some nice people who are not Christian, but that's basically how the message, how it's stating that the Grinch does not have Christ in his life. He has so much hate for Christmas because of, it had become materialistic. And that's, even in the 60s, it was becoming more commercial, more materialistic. And so that's why he hated it so much. And he thought if he took it away from the Who's, that he wouldn't have to hear them sing or talk about Christmas or the Christmas rush. But whenever the Who's came out, even without all their decorations and dinner and etc., that he stole away from them, they still celebrated. They still had joy. And that's like also the message of don't let the devil steal your joy. Praise him in the, even in the darkest days. So it's pretty amazing when you see that. And so in that moment, that is when the Grinch finds out, he sees that and he realizes, wait a minute, Christmas isn't about all of that. It means much more, just as the line states. Maybe Christmas doesn't come from a store. Maybe, perhaps, Christmas means so much more. It's so powerful. That right there, he realizes the true meaning of Christmas. And suddenly his heart grows. He's accepted Jesus into his life. He's got Jesus in his heart now. The transformation. And so he goes and gives back everything. And the message of redemption and forgiveness is right there too. Because he's an outcast. Because he's not the same. He's some creature. Green monstrous creature that lives in the cave. And the Who's accepted him and forgave him for all that he had done. All right in that matter of time. And there was something within Welcome Christmas that I noticed a little something, but I've got to listen to it again. Maybe you guys will see it. But until next time, talk to you later. God bless.